Hi, there were some technical difficulties with the first video. All right, hello everybody. The feed seems to be giving me some trouble today, so I'm not sure why that is. So I hopefully will be able to get as far as I can into the 46th Psalm so that we will be blessed by what it has to say. My name's Mark Matsky. I'm the pastor at St. Mark Lutheran in Chesterland, Ohio. And so far, so good. Hopefully we don't drop again. But if we do, hopefully it'll reconnect on its own, or I will try to pop back up again on the St. Mark page. It's great to be together again around the Word of God, and in particular around the Psalms, because they are so direct, they are so rugged in their approach to life, so realistic, I think, is one of the things that resonates with us as we take a look at these great prayers of the Bible. And today we'll be reminded as we look at the 46th Psalm that from the beginning, the Psalms were used as worship resources. All right, I apologize, folks. I'm not sure what's going on with our feed today. Might be just the Wi-Fi is experiencing some difficulties. I've never encountered this particular problem before, and just hopefully you'll hang with me for this. So let's get right into the text itself. This is Psalm 46, and you see at the beginning the prescription is to the choir master of the sons of Korah, according to Alamoth, a song. So again, this lets us know that these were used in the worship life of the church, and as such, there are some directions that are given from time to time. One of the words that you will see repeating throughout this particular psalm is the word Selah. And what's very strange is that if you take a look at some self-study commentaries and other biblical resources, they will say things like the word Selah is untranslatable, which is very strange to think about. So what we are left with is a relic word that appears in sort of an orderly way throughout a psalm or a song, which leads us to speculate that what's going on with the Selah word is that most likely it is some sort of musical cue, that it could mean something like a refrain. It could mean that the instruments are supposed to come in at this particular time in the psalm. The point is, we don't know exactly what the word means, so all we can do is make educated guesses, and it seems like the most educated guess is that it would indicate some sort of direction. Just like if you pick up a church bulletin today, you'll find that there are words that are spoken, they're divided between the pastor and the people, or side one and side two speaks psalms back and forth to one another. It seems to be some sort of stage direction. So the point is, we don't know what Selah means, and so because we don't, it's been used in a variety of ways down through the ages. But I think we can safely say that it's some type of direction that was given to the original worshipers who would have been well aware of what the word meant. So let's take a look at the text of Psalm 46 itself. God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. Therefore, we will not fear, though the earth gives way, though the mountains be moved into the heart of the sea, though its waters roar and foam, though the mountains tremble at its swelling. There is a river whose streams make glad the city of God, the holy habitation of the Most High. God is in the midst of her. She shall not be moved. God will help her when morning dawns. The nations rage, the kingdoms totter. He utters his voice, the earth melts. The Lord of hosts is with us. The God of Jacob is our fortress. Come, behold the works of the Lord, how he has brought desolations on the earth. He makes wars cease to the end of the earth. He breaks up, and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted in the earth. The Lord of hosts is with us. The God of Jacob is our fortress. Now, you'll notice the repeating refrain in this psalm is that the Lord of hosts is with us, the God of Jacob is our fortress. And the fortress idea is one that comes through loud and clear, especially in Lutheran circles, because of the great popularity and meaningfulness of Martin Luther's hymn, "A Mighty Fortress is Our God." And a careful look at all of the information regarding "A Mighty Fortress is Our God" reveals that Psalm 46 was one of the source scriptures for Luther writing this hymn, and we'll make a few connections as we move through today. But certainly, the first thing that we're invited to do in use of this particular psalm is to consider the ways in which God is our fortress, our refuge, strength. That is the foundation of this psalm. And what it does for us is immediately paints a poetic picture of God as a structure of strength, of permanency. It is completely solid. The foundation cannot be moved. And so we have a number of things that we could play around with, and we probably can't even possibly plumb the depths of what all of those mean. But on a very simple level, thinking of God as a fortress is a visual, poetic invitation to go into God during a time of storm, during a time of attack, and having the expectation that the fortress in which we take refuge will be strong enough to defend us. That very image is at the heart of Psalm 46, and in a sense, it spools off every other idea that the psalm presents to us. And so that's such a rich image, and it's a great place to start. Once again, we have to recall that the Psalms are poetry. They are songs, and typically a song is a poem that we sing. So we encounter the text in a... Sorry about that, folks. I had yet another interruption in the service, so we'll pick right up there. The Psalms are these visual pictures we're invited to come into the pictures that they paint. And here it's as a fortress, a strong location in which we can hide ourselves. And that's God. That's the invitation that this psalm holds forth to us. What I find interesting in verse 1, starting right back at the beginning, our God is a refuge. There's that fortress idea once again, a location built very, in a very permanent, solid way. God is our strength. So, all right, verse 1 of Psalm 46. If I have service interrupted again, I'm going to shut the feed down and launch it one more time, and hopefully that will solve the problem. But I don't want to keep stopping and starting. I'm sure that is frustrating for you. It certainly is for me. So in the very first verse of Psalm 46, it says that God is our refuge and strength. And what that says to us is that we have a source of strength, and we have a place in which to be defended from attack that is outside of ourselves. This is a very different message that's being sent than what is sent oftentimes today.